Hello again, everyone. Here I am back again to do Life Path 9 Guidance and Development. Before I start, just going to let you know that I'm going to put my first Life Path 9 video in the description box if you haven't seen that already, because that will help you to see that first before you see this follow-up Life Path 9 guidance video. So the first video I posted was mostly telling you about what the Life Path 9 is, what you decided before you were born that you needed to learn, so the mission you came here to achieve, what you were good at, what sort of personality traits are brought in on that number energy, and it's a bit of information about all the different types. Now, it's all very well and good about knowing what your life path is, but sometimes you need a bit of guidance on the best steps to take to help you move forward in your life path and therefore evolve spiritually, ready for your next life. So today it's about the Life Path 9. So I will put the description, video description in the description box for the Life Path 9 before. So you can see that before if you need to. And I'm going to put all the links to my social media at the end in the description box as well. So let's get started. Life Path 9 Guidance and Development. So as you know, if you're a Life Path 9 and you've seen my other video, your chosen mission for this lifetime is to work with issues and difficulties surrounding integrity, doing the right thing for others and not just yourself. It's about thinking about about the well-being of everyone rather than just your own well-being, and thinking about your integrity and your ethics about your actions and your thoughts and the things you do and say to people, and wisdom. And the other issue and difficulty that you have to deal with is learning about spiritual laws and using your intuitive wisdom instead of your analytical mind. A lot of Life Path 9s from the path, religious Life Path 9s, may have beheaded people of a different religion because they were thinking too much with their head. They were thinking, society rules, society ideals, we must all be religion A, this person is religion B, and a Life Path 9 would genuinely think they were doing the right thing because in their mind that is societal laws and they're following them to the letter and they're doing the right thing. However, if they were to listen to their intuitive wisdom, they wouldn't do those things. So it's about acting with integrity. It's about doing the right thing, not just for yourself, but for everyone else around you. Having integrity and treating people well and having good intentions, and backing that up with spiritual wisdom rather than ideals that you cook up in your mind and decide are the right thing, and those ideals or those beliefs should be kept at all costs. That's a person who isn't listening to their intuitive wisdom. So doing the right thing through your own intuitive wisdom is, in a nutshell, a sentence for the Life Path 9. Doing the right thing, but knowing you're doing the right thing because it's from your intuition, it's from spirit, it's from source. It's not an ideal that you or society or you and your mates have cooked up as the right thing. Okay? So, first thing I wanted to say, the Life Path 9 is all about completion. It's about the finishing of an epicycle or the finishing of things that have been going on in your life in the last 9 years. It's about cutting the ties and getting ready for the new. So because if you're a Life Path 9, then you can often have difficulty letting go. So the energy of the 9 is all about endings, letting go of past events, not to hold on to resentment and anger, and definitely not be a victim, not holding on to things that happened to you in the past and then using that as an excuse to act in the future or now. So I'm talking revenge attacks, I'm talking just dealing with things that you've dealt with in your past that you haven't let go of, that you keep in your mind and it holds you back. You know, that can be something really big for a life path 9. So you find it hard to let go of previous events that don't serve you. Okay. You may have a victim mentality, have a lot of self-pity. Some 9s can be a rebel without a cause, or a rebel with a cause that comes from their ideals or something that they believe is the only way. A rebel for worldly ideals, especially revenge attacks, like I've just said, if you perceive that your opponent has hurt you in some way. But learn this, life path 9ers. Past injuries that you've suffered are all part of your spiritual evolution. The world isn't meant to be a utopia where everybody treats each other perfectly and everybody dances among the tulips, unfortunately. When you incarnate into a lifetime, you're here to experience the good and the bad. You're here to develop as a person. So it's not about, you know, just having an amazing life and everyone treating you well. You know, the things you've suffered in your past as a life path 9, they're there for a reason. Your job is to accept these events, move on to the next thing, and not let these things hold you back. You know, when you deal with something and you move on, you evolve, you become a stronger person. Because at the end of the day, this is a really good thing for a life path 9 to remember. It's not what happens to you, it's how you deal with it. It's how you deal with it that becomes your spiritual evolution. It's what you learn from it. And that saying is good for anyone, but for a life path 9, it should be tattooed across their psyche. You know, it's not what happens to you, it's how you deal with it, how you learn and how you evolve from that matters. Ask yourself, if you have events that you're holding on to, that you're having trouble letting go of, how does holding on to this event make you feel? Really, think about it. Think about the event you're holding on to, and how does this, whatever the event is, or the person is, or the situation is, how does it make you feel? First of all, first question, how does holding on to that make you feel? When you have certain feelings, it makes you have certain emotions, and it makes you act in a certain way. Okay? So what does this event that is holding you back make you do in this lifetime that may or may not most definitely serve you? Okay, be honest with yourself. How does holding on to this event, situation, difficulty, how does it serve you? You might find that you might struggle on that one, but have a think through. You know, you might feel it serves you. Maybe you feel it makes you look strong instead of weak. Really think about, how does holding on to this really serve you? How does holding on to this hold you back? Now, these are really key questions you need to ask yourself as a life path 9. Now, if this is a major, not all of the issues I talk about on my life paths, you know, some of them could be an issue for you and some of them not. So if this is one of the issues that you have as a life path 9, pause this video and have a think about answering these questions, okay? And then reverse it. If those questions bring about negativity and they do hold you back and they don't serve you, which it's likely they're not, have a think about what would I have done, or what could I do if I didn't hold these events, if I didn't hold on to this negativity or victim mentality, or hold on to, just hold on to what happened to you. How would it serve you if you didn't allow that to hold you back? And really think about this, okay? It's really important. Right. Again, right, the next thing that a lot of life path 9s deal with is they don't live in accord. They're here to live in accord with their highest integrity. That is to do the right thing as per spirit, okay? And they can do that by aligning themselves, their life, their actions with their heart's intuitive wisdom, not book read ideals or something that someone else has told you is right. Follow your own truths that come from your own intuitive wisdom, and then be an example to others because of that. Because if you do follow your inner intuition correctly, do read it correctly, you are the best example to others, and people will follow you like a religious leader. You know, there's a lot of life path nines that have a set of beliefs, and they might lead a sect and think that they're not doing the right thing, but they think they are. And you know what I mean. But you could be a religious leader that really helps other people, or a spiritual leader, or any kind of leader. Okay, as long as you're following your heart's intuitive wisdom. So it's important that, before I move on to what you need to do, what some life path nines do is they misuse their will to dominate others. They play God because they feel that what they believe and what they're fighting for is correct. And, they will even put people's lives in danger, or blatantly end someone's life, because these ideals to you as a 9 are the be all and end all. As you can see, terrorism, there's a lot of life path 9s, I would imagine, that get involved with that. They ignore their heart and soul and just think about the rules of the time, or the ideology, or the rules of the religion. This is what I need to do. And you're not really accessing your soul or your intuition. You're accessing something that's been given to you by the world, and thinking that that's the only way. That's not going to help you an awful lot. And is a 9 when it comes to, remember, you have issues around integrity. So you can sometimes misrepresent yourself, be a bit inauthentic, mislead others into unethical behavior that is for your own gain. Ignore the very laws that you seek to know. That means ignoring spiritual laws, not listening to that intuition, because you live through your mind. Difficulty doing what you know is intuitively the best thing. So it's because you're the 9 are very, very in their head, just like the 7. Okay. And both of these numbers need to subordinate those mental processes and really listen to their heart's intuitive wisdom. I mean, I'm a 7, and I'm still living with consequences now about decisions that I made that definitely did not follow my heart's intuitive wisdom. I mean, it's not hugely bad, but imagine what would have happened if I had followed my intuitive wisdom at that time. And it's something that I've done all my life as a 7. So I'm a life path 7, so you can imagine. But the 9 has these difficulties too, and they need to put their overthinking and their ideals and what they think is right to the side and really access, is this really right? Find out from your soul what the right thing to do is, not from the world and not from perceived ideals. Okay, really important. If your gut says something is wrong or something is right, then you must listen and heed this. It's vitally important for a life path 9 to do this. Are your intentions to help other people? Assess yourself. The things you do every day, are you doing it for the benefit of others? Or is it ethical? Are you acting with integrity? Or are you acting for your own gain, and do other people suffer in some way because of that? Something that you really need to think of. Remember, integrity is a big thing that life path 9s are dealing with in this lifetime. Okay, now this might not be something you're dealing with. You might have the most amazing integrity and ethics, and that's fine. It might be that you can't let go of things, or it might be something that I mentioned further down the video. Not all life path 9s struggle in every area. Okay, so if you are a life path 9 that struggles in this area, you really need to think about these questions. Do you act for the benefit of others or for yourself? Or both? Both is fine. We all want to thrive and be affluent and have good things happen to us. Are your intentions to help yourself or others? Really assess yourself there. How, and one I didn't put on the slide here, but does anything you do in your life or, are thinking of doing or have done, does it always come from the spirit of integrity? Okay. Is it always a good thing for other people as well as yourself? Must ask yourself that, really important. And how can you become a positive example to others and for the benefit of others? Really important questions to ask yourself if this issue is prominent in your life as a life path 9. Living in the material world. So the life path 9 is here to be more spiritual, to assess their spiritual wisdom, to meditate, to really listen to their soul, and to intuitively know spiritual laws, because they read their soul, they know, they read source, and they don't rely on their brain, as I've just said earlier, and ideals from the world. Okay. So some people go, you're here to go beyond the distractions of the material world to the heights of spiritual law and accessing that spiritual side of you and your soul. Spiritual laws are at the heart of your destiny if you're a life path 9, and it needs to be accessed by your heart. That is vital. If you try and get this kind of stuff from other people, from ideals, from books, rather than what's already inside of you, you're not going to be doing the right thing. No books, no teachers, no fanaticists, no people tells you, only your heart tells you. Okay, that is really important. So if you're not a person that accesses your heart, and you are really stuck in the material world and you don't really access the spiritual realms at all, you can, bend spiritual laws or totally ignore them. If you're in the material world, you might not have even looked at any spiritual laws or even thought about any spiritual laws, or, allowed your soul to tell you any spiritual laws. So you can bend them without even thinking about it, ignore them because you haven't thought about it or accessed your soul. Focus on just the material world, worldly ideals. This is right. This is what should happen. And if it doesn't happen, people should suffer. No, 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 no. You can't tell people what to believe and you can't tell people what to do on pain of death. That is worldly ideals and that is worldly laws and people telling other people what to do. It should come from the soul. Okay, it should always come from the soul. So the material world is not all there is. Okay, it's important for you as a life path 9 to look beyond the material world, first of all. It doesn't matter how you do it, whether you start off by doing some reading, but remember, it's always about accessing that intuition. So you can maybe start reading some things if you want to, but I think the most important thing is to start really look at some instructional videos or guided meditations that get you into that place where you are in a relaxed alpha state and that you can start learning to access your inner voice, okay, if you haven't done so already. The knowledge of spiritual laws is within you at the end of the day. To access them, you need to access your soul. And to do that, you can find religion, spirituality, resonate with ancient sages, priests, priestesses, but the most important thing you can do is connect with your own intuitive wisdom. Okay, you can look at what other people say, but you must always think, how do I feel about what that yogi or ancient sage or priest has just said? Do I agree in my heart? Is there something about that just doesn't resonate with you? It's got to come from you, even if you've learned it from someone else, which we do a lot of things. So, it's okay to read things. It's okay because I research all the time as a 7, but I try and I always run it past my own intuition as to whether I think that the information is wholly true or partly true or not true at all. Okay, so always filter that information through your soul's intuition and you can't go wrong. So if you are living in the material world and you've made no access to the spiritual world up to now, it's important that you start thinking about pushing the material world aside, material ideals, laws of this world, attitudes of people that think that's right, or this is the ideal and nothing else should happen, blah, 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 rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. It's all about assessing yourself. And if your heart and your gut says it's right, then it's right at the end of the day. Really important as well. The 9, oh boy, are you a fixer? That's why a lot of 9s are spiritual leaders, because they either fix or think they fix people, depending on whether they're listening to their heart or the ideals of this world. An ethical 9 can be a bit of a fixer for good reasons, and do too much for others. The thing is about that, there comes a limit to how much you can do for others and ignore yourself. Okay, and the 9 can be quite prone to that, helping others if they're really ethical, to the point where themselves, they allow themselves to slip. But the 9 can also do the other thing as well. They can do everything for themselves and delude people into thinking that they're helping them when actually they're conning them or want something from them. So that's the two extremes. Most 9s are somewhere in between, but some 9s are on the extreme here. Remember, you can't fix everyone's problems, Life Path 9. You're not responsible for others' problems either. You can't be responsible for other people's problems. No. Ensure that you don't meddle in other people's affairs too much, because as a fixer, you can do that. You can sort of think you're helping, but really you're meddling a little bit too much in other people's lives. So guard against that. You must have boundaries. So, I'll do this for you, but after that I need to rest. I'll do this for you, but I can't do that for you. You've got to have some boundaries at what you do for people. Otherwise you'll exhaust yourself. And then what good are you to anyone if you're exhausted and stroppy and, or you can't get out of bed in the morning because you've been helping everyone else all week and haven't had any rest. Okay, so if that is an issue for you, maybe this is one that you need to focus on, coming up with some boundaries on what you will do and what you won't do, and making sure you're considering yourself as much as everyone else. Okay, it's about finding that balance. Okay, so an ethical 9, they're supposed to lead by example. So there are some unethical 9s and ethical 9s, but they can all lead by example. So whether you're unethical or ethical, you can still lead by example. So some unethical 9s can lead groups of people to terrible things. I mean, we all know about the old sects and the mass suicides, or, terrorism, people that, feed people's brains with all these ideals and all these fanatic ideas. And then they go and try and kill themselves and other people, which is never going to be something that Spirit is ever going to ask or want anyone to do. That I know. You're here to learn from experience and demonstrate leadership by example. So if you do something, I mean, as a kid, some 9s are going to be a bit shitty as a kid and maybe do things that aren't, the most, the right thing. Don't we all? But as long as they learn from that experience and not keep continuing it and hurting others over and over again, then they will become that leader that leads by example. As a 9, you don't always take responsibility for the consequences of your actions. You can do some silly, impulsive things, and then you hide from the consequences of those actions. You may sometimes do unethical things, and others follow you to their destruction. Excuse me. I think this room's got quite dry air, because I often struggle with the air in here. And this isn't a good thing to do, cough on my video when the coronavirus is flying around everywhere. But I can assure you guys, I'm feeling good. And, if I did get the symptoms of coronavirus, I would quite happily sit and self-isolate for 2 weeks. I would make videos for 2 weeks and you would get inundated. Okay. So anyway, I digress. Okay, so we all do the wrong thing sometimes, okay? Take responsibility, especially if you're a 9. So this is mostly for Life Path 9s. Even though we all do the wrong thing, if you're a 9, this is more relevant for you. Take responsibility for your actions. Learn from your experience. Everyone makes mistakes, okay? Taking responsibility for it is the bravest, the strongest, and the best thing you will ever do. You will learn from it and make better decisions next time, because we all must face the consequences of our actions, and to have maybe a certain amount of punishment for that is needed to help you evolve and develop. Access your actions. That means think about what you do day to day. Is it an example to others? Would you want other people, would you want your children to do what you do? Okay, really important question to ask yourself. Do you practice what you preach? Another question to ask yourself. Lead with positive intentions for the well-being of others, and you cannot go wrong. And access those positive intentions from spirit. Remember, not from your ideals, not from a book you've read, unless what you've read in that book or listened to on an audio, visual, whatever, has been filtered through your own soul's intuition. Okay, really important. Okay, so what I've just been talking about is the Life Path 9, but there are, of course, 5 other ways, 6 in total, to be a Life Path 9. So what I'm going to do now is focus on, so I've done the Life Path 9, so now I'm going to start with the 189, which is going to focus on, the steps that you need to take on each of these paths to be the best Life Path 9 you can be. There are 6 ways to be a Life Path 9, and depending on which one you are, will be the way you are meant to be the Life Path 9 the best Life Path 9 that you can be. Okay, so 189. So if you're a Life Path 189, in the 9 energy, as we know, you're here to live in accord with your highest integrity. That's do the right thing. Align your heart's intuitive wisdom. So you will do the right thing if you align your heart and your intuitive wisdom, because, Spirit's never going to lie to you. And then use that to inspire others by example in a positive way that helps mankind, not just yourself. Okay. So if you're a Life Path 189, you're here to live in accord with your highest integrity, align yourself to your heart's intuitive wisdom, inspire others by example, confront issues in the area of integrity and wisdom, intuitive wisdom. To do this, in the 8 energy, most importantly, you must feel inner abundance, have balanced personal power, and use that abundance and power for the benefit of others. Okay, so that's the most important step you need to take as a 189 to be the best 189 you can be. Feel inner abundance, have balanced personal power, and use your power not to buy yourself all like, look at me in my fancy car and my designer clothes. You can use that power and abundance for something much better than bricks and mortar, metal and designer clothes. I mean, we all want a bit of that, no one wants to live in a shed, but how much of your abundance do you use to help others? Okay, so the step for a 189 is to share your abundance with others, okay, to help those other people, not just to help them and let them just do their own thing, but to help them develop and become more abundant themselves. So you may be a small business investor. That's the energy of the 8, okay? And then after you feel that inner abundance and that personal power, and you use your abundance to help others, you can bring ethical, new, unique, groundbreaking ideas with confidence and independence. So use your affluence and your status and your personal power to help you bring innovation into this world. Okay, so if you are a dog's dangly bits 189 already, your energy in the positive is you're full of integrity and wisdom. You assess your soul's wisdom all the time. You're always meditating. You always run everything that you hear and you see through your own intuitive wisdom. You have a global consciousness. You want to develop and help the world. You're an ultimate humanitarian. You take everything you do from spirit, which makes you good and ethical and trustworthy. You follow and people follow your amazing example because of that. You do not care about power and recognition. You want to use your abundance, your power and your status to help others achieve the same. And you bring amazing, groundbreaking ideas to this world, and you do so with confidence and independence. If you are struggling, though, as a 189, think about, to get abundance in this world, you must feel inner abundance. Okay, you must feel it in there. So do you often feel like you don't have enough? Do you tell the universe daily, I haven't got enough money? Because all you're doing is telling the universe to bring you less money. Okay, you're telling them, I want to be sparse, I don't want to have money, and I'm wallowing on the fact that I don't have abundance. Okay, not good. You need to tell the universe, write a check in your head and tell the universe what you want. And don't think about how that's going to happen. You just tell the universe what you want. And the key to inner abundance there is to trust that the universe will bring you what you ask for. Then you will feel that inner abundance, because you know that source, spirit, has got your back. Okay, so do you feel like you don't have enough? Have you spoken to the universe about what you do want? Okay, think about that one. That might be relevant to you, it may not. But it's all about, the 8 energy is all about building up abundance and feeling that inner power and inner abundance, and knowing that that money is going to or will come your way. Are you able and worthy and worth listening to you? Do you feel strong and confident within yourself that you are able to make people listen to you, to talk to them with charisma? Or do you hide away and think, oh, what I've got to say sucks? No, not good. Okay. You are able, you are worthy, and you are worth listening to. You are a life path 9. That's a high vibrational, spirit, and your ideas and your abundance, it's all worth having. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Have confidence in yourself and your abilities. You have excellent skills. Remember, you're a 9. 9s are highly developed souls. Okay, you wouldn't be a 9 if you were a new soul. Okay, how would you like to help others if you could, with really good intentions? What unique, groundbreaking ideas would you love to bring to the world, to help bring the world forward in some way? Okay, so if you're a 189, pause this video and have a look over these questions and have a think about how you can be the best life path 9 or 189 you can be, if that is your life path. Next one, 279. So again, you're still here to live in accord with your highest integrity, because that's your life path 9. Align with your heart's intuitive wisdom, inspire by example, confront issues of integrity and wisdom, and not doing the right thing and accessing your heart and your soul from source. But what's specific to you as a 279 is the 7 is the most important number in that. Okay, so to do this, you must trust your soul just like the 9. So you've got double the need to trust the soul within you, because both the 9 and the 7 have this within them. So as a 279, you might have more difficulty than other life path 9s accessing this soul's intuition, because you have 2 numbers that are known, or 2 number energies that may struggle and may be 2 in their head. So if you're a 279, and you're an overthinker and everything gets overthought and looped in your head, it's because you have the 7 and the 9 energy within your numbers. So it's really important that more important, I think, than any other life path 9 number, that you access the soul within you. That is meditation. That is sitting by yourself and really asking your guide, or thinking about what it is you're going to do and really running it through your intuition. If you're one of these people that have got loads of ideals and principles in this world, and that you are willing to go quite far to achieve them, stop and have a think, right? Run it through your intuition. Think, is this really the right thing to do? It's so important, especially for a 279. So you're here to do the right thing with integrity, by trusting the soul within you, okay? Using your intuition and your inner knowing to tell you that you're doing the right thing. As well as skillfully working alongside others with cooperation and diplomacy in order to achieve your life path 9. So a 279 needs to act with integrity, and to do so they need to access their soul's wisdom and work alongside others skillfully. Okay, so if you're a dog's dangly bits 279, you're full of integrity and wisdom. You're a humanitarian, and people follow you. Follow your amazing example. You're guided by your intuition 100% of the time, and your inner voice. And you know that any obstacles that you have to walk through are sent to teach you something, so you don't hold on to that. You know, that issue was in my life to teach me something, so now I've got to learn from that and use it in my evolution. You have excellent social skills, and you have the ability to build rapport with others, to help them and get them to help you in a networking kind of way, or a social way, or any way that helps you and them. So do you listen to your inner voice and trust it, Life Path 279? Or do you ever second guess it? Do you ever overthink? You can think about really starting now to trust that voice within you. Meditation, contemplation, reflection, you know, anything that you're going to do or someone says to you, run it through your intuition. It's so important. Do you overthink and second guess your intuition? You need to trust it. Difficulties are merely lessons for your soul's evolution. That's really important that you understand that. Work alongside others cooperatively as part of a team. Have boundaries on how much you will do for others. That's the 2 energy. Okay. The 2 energy is working alongside others and the boundary situation. Now, again, the 9 also has issues with boundaries. So the 279, amongst more than anyone else, is going to have trouble with boundaries, doing too much for people, and overthinking and not trusting your own intuitive wisdom enough. Okay, so if you are a dog's dangly bits 279, you're guided by your intuition and your inner voice. You know that obstacles are there to teach you something. You communicate and deal with people skillfully, and you get them and you what you want from that. That is a dog's dangly bits 279, and it's what you're working towards. Right, 369. Now, if you're a 369, again, the 9, you're here to do the right thing, live in accord with your highest integrity, access your soul's knowledge, you know, not just your mind and your ideals. But to do this, if you're a 369, you must understand that your ideals are not always realistic. Your ideals are not always realistic or possible, okay, or not always for the benefit of all, okay. People and situations are perfect just the way they are. Remember, this world isn't meant to be a utopia. It's meant to be a learning place, okay. So it's important that you understand that situations are perfect just the way they are. You don't need fundamentalist ideals. You don't need principles that you think are the only thing that people should have in their mind. And you know, you can see that 369 more than any other number are at risk of becoming the fundamentalist leader, the fighter of ideals, but maybe not fighting those ideals with the best of integrity at times when they're low vibrational. So if you're a good, or I hate to say the word good because that's a really rubbish word, a positive, positive energy. So if you vibrate highly as a 369, you're full of integrity. You always do the right thing. You look after other people globally. You're a humanitarian, and people follow you because you're a good person. But you also have a firm grip on reality. You look after other people. You do not just think about ideals. As you can imagine, the fundamentalist people may be more like this. They take their ideals of what God or whatever their leader says is right, and then judge people on that and do things that they wouldn't normally do, especially if they were listening to their own soul's evolution. So if you're a dog's dangly bits 369, you've got a firm grip on reality. You're non-judgmental because you know that everything is as it should be. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's meant to be perfect. And you appeal to people's emotions with your creative expression. So as you can imagine, the 369, to be the best 369 you can be, you need to get past your ideals and express yourself amazingly to others and emotionally with others. So as you can imagine, the 3 and the 6 are at risk. Hang on, I've got a pop-up come up on my screen. I don't know how to get rid of that. That's gone. So the steps for the 369 to become the best 9 they can be is to transcend their ideals and express themselves to others to inspire. So if you're a low vibrational 9 and then you express your ideals to others without integrity, these are the people that lead people mostly to their destruction. Now, all life path 9s can do this, but the 369 is particularly genius at this. It's important that you reconcile your ideals with reality to avoid disappointment in yourself and to avoid you judging other people or maybe doing things that are less than ethical because onto the people that don't, adhere to your ideals. Now, you could do this in a bad way, or it could be just something low level, like, oh, I don't like that person because they don't believe what I believe and I'm not going to talk to them, I don't talk to people that don't believe what I believe or believe opposite to me. I'm just not going to talk to them and I'm going to abuse them or call them names or whatever, think about that. What ideals do you have? Do you have ideals as a 369? And then think about, are they everyone's ideals? You've got to really consider they might be ideal to you, but are they ideal to everyone? They might not be ideal for everyone. People might disagree with you. In that case, then, how is it an ideal if it doesn't cover everyone? It's only an ideal for you. Does it help other people? Would everyone agree with you? Or would anyone disagree with you? And really think about that one. Don't think, no, everyone would agree with me. It's the only way forward. Really think about this. What people in this world would maybe not follow that ideal, and it might even lead them to their destruction if they did. Really think about that, especially if you're a 369. The world is a school for your evolution. It's perfect just the way it is. You're meant to go through negative and positive, and you're meant to learn from them at the end of the day. And as a 369, get past those ideals. Take your ideas from spirit. Communicate those ideals in an inspiring, not ideals, communicate your knowledge from spirit in a way that inspires others. So this, in the positive, is the amazing spiritual teacher, where you don't resonate with ideals. You accept everyone for who they are. You want them to access their own inner desires, and you inspire them with your words and your charisma. Now that is a high vibrational 9. So you're full of integrity, you're full of wisdom, you're here to help other people, you've got a firm grip on reality, you're non-judgmental because you know that everything is as it should be. People are going through the lessons that they should be going through for their own evolution, and you appeal to people's emotions when you creatively express your information to others. As long as that information comes from spirit and comes from your intuition, then you can't go wrong. So it's important that you reconcile your ideals with reality. What ideals do you have? Consider those. Who might disagree with you? It's okay. Pause this video if you're a 369. How can you create an audience to express your creativity, your positive creativity? YouTube, exhibitions, public speaking. Start thinking about how you can really take your soul's intuitive wisdom and express that to other people, to inspire and delight them, and to entertain them and to inform them. And socialize, network with others, get out there. Really important. So, for you as a 369, the best way you can achieve is to resonate, to get past all ideals and realize that everything is perfect the way it is, and then express your soul-given information with inspiration and intuition, and be inspiring and entertaining and delight people. Okay? And if you're accessing your soul's intuition, you're doing the right thing. Oh, you see now, is my thingy not working now? So is it going to work? Yes. Okay, so if you're a 459, again, as a 9, you're here to do the right thing, to be the humanitarian, to lead by example, because you've taken that information from source. Confront areas in your life about integrity and wisdom, and make sure that that you're accessing your heart intuitive wisdom. And to do this as a 459, the 5 is the most important number. You must focus your attention on a specialism and experience this one subject in depth, because the 5 can be very scattered and very, oh, look at that, oh, look at that, oh, let's go there, let's see that person. And then you never fully do anything. Okay, you've got 2 opposing numbers next to each other here. So you've got the 5 telling you to specialize. Okay, so like the 5 is very scattered and the 4 is very focused. So the 459, you need to specialize and you need to focus. So you're going to be quite a scattered 9 if you're a 459. You must focus your attention on a specialism and push all the other things aside for a while and focus. Study the subject in depth. Set yourself goals. Goals divide a plan, a process that you follow meticulously. Follow the plan step by step with focus and hard work. So for a 459, focus, discipline are your words du jour. So if you're a dog's dangly bits 459, you do the right thing. You've got a global consciousness in the 9 energy. People follow you, you're amazing, integral example. But you're known also for your expertise in a certain area. You have an excellent ability to communicate your expertise to others. You're determined, you're organized, you're a hard worker. You make sure your goals are achieved. You're strong and you have a strong, stable foundation for life. Okay, so you are a focuser and a builder. Okay, so focus and commit your efforts on a specialism. Study one subject in depth. And even when you get bored, keep going, because you 5s, you can get bored. Okay, communicate your specialism to others, because your 5 energy will be amazing at that. And that's one of your steps as a 459. Set smart goals and targets in the 4 energy to help you, and a process to help you achieve each step, like smart targets. So have an overarching goal and then think, okay, I need several steps or targets to achieve that goal. So your targets must be smart as well. And smart, I mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and timely. There must be a time bit attached to that to make sure that you can't just, oh, I'll do that next week. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. No, you need a time frame. You need a deadline, because how will you be motivated to do it if you don't? You're here to have a plan to achieve your goals without skipping steps, and have patience and perseverance. You're going to have difficulties along the way. Things are going to go wrong. Don't give up. Your 4 energy has a tendency of giving up. Don't do that. So focus your attention with perseverance, be methodical, be organized and be specialized. Okay, so with dog's dangly bits, 459 will be that humanitarian. They'll be known for their expertise. They communicate their expertise beautifully. They're an organized hard worker and they achieve all their goals. Okay, so you need to focus and commit your efforts. You need to communicate this focus and this specialism to others once you've learned it. Set smart goals and targets to ensure that you're moving forward. Don't give up. Persevere. Don't skip steps. No skipping step. Persevere through difficulties. Have patience, and hard work will be key. So focus and hard work if you want to be the best life path 9 you can be, if you're a 459. 549. Now it's the other way around. It's the same 2 numbers, but we're switching the importance around. So for the 549, the most important number for you is the 4. So you need to have goals. You need to have a plan to achieve them. So you're here to do the right thing, be the humanitarian, act from your own soul's intuitive wisdom. But to do that, to be the best life path 9 you can be as a 549, you need to have goals. You need a plan to achieve them, and the perseverance and work ethic to get it done. You know, don't give up when the going gets tough. Keep going. Don't skip steps. Keep going. Okay. And then use your specialized skills and your focus, remember, and your communication skills. Use them effectively to help your goals be achieved. So to be the best life path 549 you can be, you need to lead by example, by being that good person, by taking information from spirit. Have firm goals and a meticulous process to achieve those goals. Hard work, focus, determination, perseverance, and build that strong foundation. and then communicate your deep specialized knowledge eloquently and professionally to others. Okay, so set the other way around here. I've put the SMART goals at the beginning. Set SMART goals for your life, for the achievement of your goals. Targets to help you achieve those goals and to help you achieve each step. Have a clear plan to achieve those goals where you don't skip steps. Persevere through your difficulties. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep focused. Keep committed. Keep digging your heels into the ground. Hard work is key. Focus and commit your efforts on a specialism. Study one in depth. Pass the boredom. Communicate that specialism to others. But work hard. Achieve your goals. That's really important for a 5-4-9. Focus and work hard. Okay, that will help you to be the best Life Path 9 you can be. I hope you've enjoyed my video today, a guidance for the Life Path 9. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Like my video if you've really enjoyed it. And if you want to keep up to date with my latest uploads, click that bell icon and that will keep you up to date with all my latest stuff. I'm going to post also a link to my Life Path 9 video if you haven't already seen that. And I'm also going to post my links to my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter. If you would like to email me, please email me at katie@soulexplorer.net. I'm always happy to hear from people. And if you'd like to have a look at my website, soulexplorer.net, I've got a bit of information on there about numerology. I'm going to add lots more when I get round to it. And some more information about the Enneagram, because I'm going to start some Enneagram stuff soon. And I've got loads of stuff for the Mayan astrology that I want to put on. But I've been focusing a lot on my aloe vera business. So please take a look at my shop and my amazing life-changing products that I have on sale in my shop. If you want to ask me any questions about the products or my numerology, the Enneagram or Mayan astrology, please email me. I'm always happy to hear from people. As ever, guys, trust the soul within you. Only your intuition knows best.